So if you're anything like me, you might see a few spots of brown in your yard every once in a while and you think, I should really go investigate that. But about a week goes by, you get busy with other things. You see those same brown spots again. You're like, I really need to get looking at that and see what's going on. And then a couple weeks goes by and there's more brown spots and you think, okay, I really need to get going on this. Well, that's pretty much exactly what happened to me in the last couple weeks. And I want to show you today real quickly what happened, what I did about it, and why you probably need to do something about those brown spots as well if you're starting to see some widespread damage. So over in my side yard, I have Kentucky bluegrass and perennial ryegrass, and I had a little bit of brown patch fungus going on a couple weeks ago, but the more I investigated, there were more and more brown spots showing up. I was able to go look at those and they were coming out of the ground completely as if the roots were gone. So usually this is a sign that you have some kind of insect problem. White grubs are the most typical thing you'll see when all of these roots are gone, and that patch of turf is just brown now and all of the roots have been eaten, and it will easily come out of the ground. As I pulled back on the turf though, I didn't really see many grubs. So the thing that I should have done about a couple weeks ago was do a soap test. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. This is going to give you an idea of what you might have going on kind of under the surface. Some of those things should come out of the ground and you'll know what you need to treat for, or if you don't need to do anything at all. Let's go do that test. So the only thing you need is a bucket with a couple of gallons of water in it, and then just get some dish soap. From the recommendations I saw, it said to use a lemon scented, but I don't have any, so I tried it with this and it seemed to work okay. So a couple tablespoons of the soap, and then all you're gonna do, just make sure that's mixed around until you see the suds and everything is mixed well. So you're gonna wanna pour this water into an area next to the damage. So you wanna pour it into an area that hasn't been damaged yet, and the thinking behind that is that the damaged areas are pretty much done for at this point, but usually the insects are moving to a good area that hasn't yet been damaged. So we wanna pour it into that green area, then just let it soak down into the ground and see what emerges. Today on my test, I didn't find anything because I did a treatment last week after I noticed that I had a couple various things going on. So it looked like I had a few cutworms and I did find a few white grubs. Now usually it takes a pretty decent population to make this kind of damage. So I'm a little baffled still on why I had so much widespread damage, but I definitely think that it looked like it was probably from white grubs for the most part. So that is where you want to take some action if you don't want this whole thing to be destroyed. So I used an all-around product you can get just at any local store. There are different products on the market. Some of them are aimed more at prevention. You want to make sure that you find a grub killer. This also has some different things that it targets other than grubs as well, and this should be working for you within 24 hours. Some people have reported if they have a major problem that they'll see a bunch of insects laying up on the ground the next day. I didn't see anything in my yard, but it does look like I haven't seen any more widespread damage. I haven't seen really any more new damage that I can tell. And so crossing our fingers that that product worked for me, and it has in the past for sure. So last night as I was mowing, I also saw a few dead spots in the backyard. Nothing widespread, but in this area I pulled back the sod and you can see how easily that happens. And there is a white grub down in this corner right here. So they've been going to work back here as well. It looks like there's a couple more. I'll show you these close up so you'll get an idea what they look like. So you're looking for those white grubs right there. They chew through all this stuff and then your roots are gone. Moral of the story here is prevention is a good idea. I didn't have any prevention on because I really haven't had any issues with grubs for a few years now. But the other moral of the story is if you start to see some damage, make sure you don't wait too long. Get after that right away and you'll be able to take care of these things before they cause too much widespread damage. So I hope that helped today. Just a quick tip on some things I was seeing in my yard. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.